show you my third design team project using the Joy to the World collection, which is by Graphic 45. This album, oops, I need to trim this. This album, it was kind of made for tags. Like when I was making it originally, I thought, okay, this could hold a lot of tags, and then I could use this as a way to store Christmas tags and put them on packages. But then as I started making it and creating it and going into detail, I thought, well, it could be for pictures too. And so it's kind of a combination of a tag mini album slash picture mini album. This collection is very, has lots of pattern, as Graphic 45 does. And so it is kind of in your face, like, you know what I mean? It's, I tried to tone it down with some of the stripes and solids, but I still feel like it's a really loud album. But the pictures are the graphics are so pretty that I guess I think that's okay. So on my cover, let me give you the measurements of this book. It's about 6.5 by 10. And the cover was determined, or the size of the book was covered by a cereal box. So that's what I used, was a cereal box. Now when I do the tutorial, I probably will not use a cereal box because I don't know if I have a box the same exact size as this one. And the spine ended up being about 2.5. So yeah, you can use the cereal box. It ended up being real sturdy because Graphic 45 paper is real sturdy, and so is the Artisan cardstock. So I'll go through that when I do the tutorial. This is a bow closure or a ribbon closure. I love this from the store. It comes in different colors, but it just ties so nicely, and I love using it for tags and for my closures. On the side here, I just made it real simple. This was from the tags and pockets, and I just cut it out so it was the front, and it says Christmas bells merrily ring, happy hearts cheerily sing. And I just did a little fussy cutting of flowers down there to make it look finished. And the back is just some paper, and I double matted it. So these flowers were actually a combination of different ones. The seam binding, of course, came from the store, different colors there. Had a little bling in my stash. And so let's go through this book and show you what it's got inside. So this book, I did the spine a little bit different. I was going to say the lazy way. I don't mean lazy way, but I ended up doing, I think they call it a L spine. So it doesn't have the hinge system. But because things were so light that I was putting inside, I didn't think it had to be a real heavy duty spine. So this is just a little pocket I made out of paper with one of the cutouts. And then I have a bigger pocket here with two smaller pockets here. So this holds one of the Graphic 45 tags that already had the Celebrate punched out there. And then I put some cards in here with the cardstock just so I could add pictures. And I didn't want it to have any of the pattern paper, like I said, just to kind of calm it down a little bit. And so that's in that pocket. And then I just did two of the Graphic 45 tags in each of these pockets up top. So lots of tags, like I said. Now, when you look at this book from the top, I think you might be able to notice that each page gets progressively bigger. So they're not all the same size. So I think I went an inch difference as I went through the book, okay? So that when you open it, you can also see more of the pages, like so, okay? Okay, so this page is the smallest page, and you'll notice that I have 3 pockets here with tags. Those pockets were just these little brown bags that I had, and they fit the Graphic 45 tags perfectly. So all of them have a Graphic 45 tag on the front, and it's the same on the back. So 3 tags on the front, and I just put seam binding in, and then on the other side I put 3 more of those bags, and then I did 3 more of the Graphic 45 tags. So like I said, it could be for tags for packages, but it could also hold those I think it's 2.5 by 3 or 2 by 3 photos if you have one of those little printers for your phone. This is just a belly band, so like I said, this page is a little bit bigger. These tags already had the silver on the bottom. I don't know where I got them, and I just took out the twine that was in there and put the trim from the store, and I cut out just a little piece of the cardstock and put them on there and left the backs plain. Here's one of those plain cards just to, you could put it in like that so it doesn't fall out. You could just tuck it underneath. And then I just tucked these off to the side like so that you can see the trim hang off the side, because I kind of like that look. On the other side, I left a space to write something. This is just from the cardstock, or from the paper collection, and I used my Memory Keeper punch board and just made like a pocket. So I just glued it on 3 sides, and for right now I just have one of those tags sticking out the side like so. Again, I like seeing all that trim hang out the side. Pocket, it does hold one of the larger Graphic 45 tags. Like I said, it already had the word celebrate cut out of it when I got it, and I just put some paper on the front and back. And then that's actually, I think, like they call it the signature page, but it was real easy to cut into a 6-inch piece, and so that's why that's on the inside and not the cover. The cover is actually the other side of that page. So this was the left hand side and this was the right hand side of that 12 by 12. A lot of pockets on the back here, so to kind of mellow it out a little bit, I do have a place here where you can write, so I just made that plain. And then there are pockets, 3 pockets that hold different size tags. It does get progressively deeper, so these pockets go all the way through. So this would be able to hold more of your photos, the larger size photos, and then this of course is the longest tag. And I left them plain on the back. This really isn't a pocket. I just used my punch board and made it look like it was, but it's not. Okay. So this has a side pocket here. My son has a book. It's called a baseball book, and it's in the shape of kind of like it's kind of like a circle. So I use that to use as a pattern, but you could use a plate or something else. Like I said, I'll go through that with the tutorial, but I didn't just want an angled off pocket, so I made it more rounded. Now this saying right here, my true love gave to me, that actually came from an older Graphic 45 collection, but I needed something to break up this pattern just a little bit, and so that's why I went with that. Inside I have one of the cards here, and then I just did a large mat and left that open on the back. So this really does hold a lot in this pocket. There's still plenty of space. And then the back, this is a place for journaling. Left this open to tuck something. I have another of the Graphic 45 tags. This one says cheers. And then this was the largest page as it got bigger. And then I made this last page a pocket, and so there's a little place here to write something. And I used a die to cut out the angel here and back it. And then it's magnetically closed, and then inside I just made an insert to hold, there's that in the back. I just made some more room for pictures or cards or whatever, so here's more. I left those plain just to kind of cut up the pattern a little bit. These are just single, and then that's a long deep pocket. So I think it is a versatile book. Like I said, it's out of a cereal box, but it feels real firm. So it looks like I used a hidden hinge system, but I didn't. Like I said, it's the L. I just scored my paper at half and then put the decorative paper on there in between the pages, and it seems real sturdy. So that is that. I'm going to do a tutorial for you. I think it's an easy book to put together. It'd be a really easy book for a beginner. The pockets are real basic, and even though I used an envelope punch board for some parts, you know, like these right here, you don't have to do that. So this is a great beginner project. This was, like I said, my 3rd project. I also had done a tag with the collection, and I also had done another album. So I hope that you are liking this paper collection. You can get it at Country Craft Creations, and stay tuned for the tutorial. It should be coming out real soon. So visit the store's website, and thanks for stopping by, everyone. Have a great day.